What's going on? It's your boy Dcentos. We're back in the building with my man's Yomo. Introduce yourself real quick.
What's up, y'all? StrawhatYomo. This is StrawhatYomo, who is not going to DreamCon this
Oh my
year.
god.
I
Yeah.
know I've been going 2 years in a row, but this year was different. I had some priorities I need to keep in place. Um, but possibly next year I'll be back. Hopefully they got better merch and everything. This year, I heard Megan Thee Stallion's coming.
She
So
is. Big.
that should be
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what she's gonna be doing,
That's
but
Tina Turtle Rookie herself.
exactly.
Yeah.
So she'll be live. But the Santos will be going. So he's gonna be
Yeah.
having a lot of fun out there.
Well,
So
we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what
it's a
happens.
new city now. It's Houston this time,
Yeah,
not
Houston,
Austin.
Houston. So you
Now,
already know it's gonna be ghetto and ratchet. You already know.
yeah, I I think we should have done like a story time of what happened when we went to DreamCon the
We
first
we could we
time.
could we could we could
Yeah,
we could.
I was just gonna say just a quick little teaser. The one that they did in Austin was when we went was the first time they did it at that convention center. Let's just say we got away with a whole lot. We got away with a whole lot. I'll just say that. And then the year after is the one that I went to, which was last year, 2024. They tightened up a whole lot.
Yeah, so
So yeah, just
we
tease
gonna
y'all
see.
on that. We might do a
Yeah,
story time on that.
and we'll see. All right. You see what's on the screen? We
Oh
got this.
yeah,
We
yeah,
we,
yeah.
we
We
got
got
solo leveling. Oh, hold on, let me show.
solo
No 11.
leveling.
Hold on.
The
Yeah,
one that won anime
you
of
know,
the year.
that's crazy, right?
Anime
Crazy.
of the year. This is what y'all seeing. You'll see this on the screen. Anime of the year. That's solo leveling right there.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Bro, Sung Jin Woo season 2. Oh my, I don't even know where to start. You know what? I don't want to slander it yet. Actually,
Well, we're gonna slander.
dang. Okay, you know what?
We gonna slander.
Positives.
Look,
The
hold on.
opening was
Yes. Okay.
fire.
Let's. Yeah.
With
The opening.
Lisa, that was fired.
Yeah.
Nah, that's hard. Nah. Well, Lisa, nah, she was killing that. I give Lisa that. Nah, I give them that.
The opening animation. Animation was fire.
Fire.
Animation was going crazy. You got him with the
Mm,
dark versus the dark elves. Him versus the ant. It just had a whole bunch of like
yeah,
fire moments in the
exactly.
animation.
Uh,
Trying to think of any other positives I had. The
Aura farming.
cliffhangers. Ore farming. I'll say ore farming, yes.
Every
To the
single
point
episode.
where RDC made a skit. And that was a funny skit
Yeah.
about that. I was gonna say they did really good with the not clip farming. Cliffhangers. Cliffhangers,
Cliffhanger
that's what I meant.
is annoying. Every
The
episode.
cliffhanger. Yeah, but that's how you know it was good when you watch a 30-minute episode and it only feels like 5 minutes.
Hmm.
That's when you know it's like really, really good.
Hmm.
So that was good. Trying to think of anything else, any other positives I had. Uh that might be it.
Come on, it was solid. So this season
No, it was solid. Yeah,
this
it wasn't
yeah,
bad.
it was good. Spoilers ahead, but again, spoilers. But no, this season was solid. They was talking about no, this season was what Sung Jin Woo coming out as a pro,
S rank.
as a S rank, and him actually like
Mhm.
revealing his abilities to more people because he was that guy, but no one really knew he was that guy, and people suspected it. So you know, he starts up with the trapped in the red gate with the ice elves, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So that was pretty cool, and people are like, "Yo, like, how is he doing that? Like, who is he?" This, that, and third, and he's just keeping quiet about it, right?
Yep.
He's just keeping quiet about it, and then it starts off with which I think might be one of my favorite like fights in the show sequence. So like he's joins like a mining company, and then like I don't know, he gets asked to like join another crew because they're gonna mine and leave. So he gets in, then it's a red grate, and they get trapped in there, right? And then
Mhm.
they get to this area where there's all these orcs, and these orcs
Oh
can
yeah.
speak English, and
Mhm.
like they're crazy strong. And at this point, he's still like on stealth mode. Like Jim, he's not trying to like do anything. Like he's trying to like just act like he can't fight. And so like as they're like battling the orcs, like he's like secretly going into stealth and helping them like defeat the orcs. And he's like, all right, like we're good. And then so I think they try to escape, and there's like a red gate or whatever. And then more orcs appear,
Mm-hmm.
and the orcs are like, all right, well, we're gonna take you to our master or whatever, or we'll kill you right here. So they go to the orc master. So they're in like this giant hall of all these orcs like all around, and they're all like chanting. And the main orc, head orc, his name is Kar Kalgan, and he's like, all right, what do you say? I'm gonna kill you each one by one by
Something
combat.
like that.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
And then so the leader, I think he's Air, and he was like, all right, man. He said, I'm the leader. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't freeze. And he runs up and tries to charge Kargal Gon, and everyone's just frozen. Like, nah, we don't want no smoke. And then
Mm-hmm.
he gets hit real hard, and Sung Jin Woo has to come in and save him, and like, you know, does what Sun Jin Woo does. Uh Now what I like about this episode, because I watched this twice, is Kargal Gon. Do you know the controversy about this episode?
What was the controversy?
So in the English version, it was voiced by Jay Balvin, and people hated his voice acting.
Why?
Because to be fair, it wasn't really all that great, but
Huh.
it wasn't all that great because I mean Jay Balvin is a musician. But
Okay.
what I did like about it though is that they gave the orcs like a Hispanic Mexican accent.
Okay.
So to me, like it sounded, I don't know, it just sounded like more like authentic or just real. Because usually like they give orcs like regular voices, or if you watch it in Japanese, it's just like an intimidating voice. But
Yeah.
I would just like, this is so clever to actually give him like a Hispanic accent or Mexican accent. I was like, I like this. I was like, it's not the best. Like he could probably use like a voice coach, but it was interesting.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I really messed with that scene. And plus, him just coming out and like showing everyone that he's a bad. I always like scenes like that.
Yeah. I didn't watch it in English. I only watched it in Japanese. So it just sounded like regular like orcs, like with the deep voice and they sound
Yeah.
scary. But that scene was cool. I think everyone always talks about the ant, the Chimera scene where it's
Yes.
Sung Woo Ju versus the King of Ants or whatever. I forgot whatever his name was.
Boru?
Beru,
Uh,
Meruem, one of the two.
Yeah.
But yeah, that scene was really good. I think it was really good. Even the build up to it, I think that was also really good
Mm.
and well done. So I really enjoyed the whole action scenes, the build up, the tension. I mean, they say tension, but to me, it's always like, well, he's always gonna save the day. So is it really tension? I think that's
Yeah.
my gripe about the show because it's like he's just gonna overpower him anyway. So they just making him look real cool up
Yeah.
until that's the case. Um.
I think
So yeah.
I think for me, I wanted to see how much of a threat the Japanese heroes were going to be, because they introduced them like, oh, like because they remember they had that duel, and like
Yeah.
the
Yeah. They
Japanese
did.
heroes won. I was like, oh, okay, so like they're better than the Korean heroes, so let's maybe like they're gonna like either be a threat to the end or have like an alternate plan that's gonna like mess with the Korean heroes, like something. I thought something was gonna happen with them, but then they just got picked off one by one,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
then my man Goto got picked off, and I was just like, what's going on? I was like,
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna be more of an impact, but I guess
That
not.
wasn't the case.
That was
Yeah.
um
I mean, overall, this season was straight. I don't really have too many gripes with it.
okay. I do have a gripe. No, you can go ahead. I have a gripe
No,
though.
okay. I was just gonna say I don't have too many gripes with it. I just feel like uh this this shouldn't have won anime of the year, in my opinion.
Okay.
I didn't think the show had that much hype behind it. I thought it was like I said,
Not show had
I'm not hating the
not
show.
not
I'm
show
not
had a
hating the show.
lot of hype. What are you talking about?
Compared to other shows, I'm not seeing that same hype.
I,
I'm saying the show had hype, but not as compared to let's say like
oh,
Dadadan
oh,
or Free Rent, stuff like that.
okay.
Because again, for the people who go to conventions, how many of y'all are seeing a Sung Jin Woo cosplay or like a lot of Solo Leveling merch? Now the convention that we went to, they had the whole Beru
Oh yeah, the
statue
yeah.
with the other big statue. I forget. I don't know the name of it.
I
The
don't think
thing
there is a
that
name, but yeah, I know what you're talking
the
about.
thing
With the
that grants his
smile.
powers, the
Yeah,
smile, the creepy smile. They had that. And I think it was just those two things that I saw from Solo Leveling,
yeah,
but no one dressed up as it. There wasn't like a ton of merch. Those are the things I'm just kind of saying. So
yeah. What was okay? What but before I talk more about the show, or at least why I don't think it should have won Anime of the Year. I want to go back real quick to you remember that scene with the ant where like he was about to die and then like he upgrades his skill to like some move called like annihilation or evisceration and
yes,
then
yes,
I was like,
yes.
what is this? I thought that was a cop out. I'm sorry. I was like, what happened? I was like, he just
I
can't lose.
mean,
I was, and then the ant started running away. Was like, oh, Dan was like, "You got it, big bro. I'm out of here." He tried to run
yeah.
away.
I mean, yeah. I'm.
I don't know that scene was just weird to me. You know, Sung Jin Woo coming in and aura farming and saying
I
Chahin
think
at the end.
again, like I know what the show is trying to do. Like there's a certain I don't know the term for it. There's a certain trope for these kind of shows. Like you got this, you got Overlord, you got Sword Art Online, you
Yeah, okay,
got maybe One Punch Man, but
yeah,
One Punch Man is in this different category because that's made to
yeah,
be a parody and be funny. But those other shows I mentioned, I think I would like for these characters to struggle. That's my thing. And I feel like with Sung Jin Woo, like, yeah, he'll struggle a little bit at the beginning, but after that, it just seems like he's not really
yeah.
struggling
I
as
think
much, you know. I would like to see him like maybe lose a fight and be like, all right, I gotta get stronger, stuff like that. That's what I like to see.
he struggled the most against the Demon Lord at the top of the tower. That
Okay, yeah.
he almost died. He actually almost died. Like that was
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right. Like I know he gonna come out alive, but like that was, um
I think that's what I'm looking for. I want like more moments like
yeah.
that other than just knowing that,
Okay.
oh well, everything's gonna be okay.
Do,
Um so yeah.
do you know people were mad that he cried when he saved his
I
mom?
heard about that. I heard about
Yeah.
I don't know why they were upset
I was
about that. I'm
like
trying to understand the reasoning behind
I
it.
was like the whole premise of him doing this was him to save his mom. Why wouldn't he cry?
Yeah. I mean I didn't get that. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay, all right. So like going back to what we was talking about earlier about the whole anime of the year debate. I think with this show, I mean, I mean, it is your typical shonen with great animation.
mhm.
I don't think this. I don't think anyone would say that the storytelling is crazy or something they haven't seen before. It's the storytelling is serviceable in the same way like the storytelling for Demon Slayer is serviceable. It's nothing. It is nothing you haven't seen before. It's nothing crazy. There's no crazy plot twists or turns. It's just an average story. Now, what holds this show up compared to other ones is I think the animation
Oh yeah.
and I think the great voice acting by Alex Lee, and like at least for me in the English version, like I think that really like elevated the show because it's like we take away the animation, what are we left with?
That's what I'm saying. Like again, I'm not hating on the show. I'm not. But like you said, if you take away the animation, it's like what do we have here?
Yeah,
Is this a generic I'm trying to think. I'm sure there are shows out there like the smaller ones who have had a similar plot, but just subpar to bad animation, and that's the reason why it's not as popular
we
compared
could
to
yeah
this.
we could definitely find stuff.
Like,
So
I'm
yeah,
sure I can find some.
yeah,
And but I will say that this paved the way to have better manhwa. For people who don't know what manhwa is, it's just like manga but made in Korea. So this isn't the first one, but it's one of the best animation and best sequencing and best well done because we had Tower of God that came out back in like 2019. That was okay, but not the best. Then you
not
got God
good.
of High School, that was not good. God of High School was
Yeah,
not
yeah,
good. It
yeah,
had made
yeah.
by Studio Mappa, but the execution was horrible.
Oh, horrible. I shoot.
Um, there
Tower.
was.
I was just gonna say Tower of God season 2. I watched season 2. Not good.
Yeah,
But
no, that was not good at all. That was very nice. It looks like all their animation, the budget for the animation went to like one scene, which is like
yeah,
the first episode.
yeah, it was not good.
Yeah, that was not good. Which is crazy because I remember you saying it like it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I'm like, nah, that show was not good.
Nah,
That show
nah.
was not good.
I'm not even talking about like animation. I'm just talking about like story. Like the story
Okay.
got to a point where I was just like, this is not cool. I
Yeah,
was like,
nah.
this is not all
Yeah.
that interesting at all, actually.
There's a vampire one that came out a while ago for manhwa. And mind you, this is like Crunchyroll tried to roll this out back in like 2019, I want to say, where they were getting all these like original like manhwas.
Mhm.
And they rolled them out all at once. And they did not do well. They did not do well. So
Yeah.
I remember it was like a project and they kept it hush hush and you don't see it talk about it no more.
Mhm.
But for solo leveling to do this well, like it really does show
Yeah.
that okay, like they can do something with
Yeah.
this. Now there's another manual that just came out recently that turned into an anime. I think it's called To You the Beginning or something like that, where it's like jobless reincarnation, basically. And
Okay.
people like, hype it up. It's so good. But I saw I didn't watch it, but I saw like highlights of the first episode that people are making fun of on Twitter. Yeah. So it
Is
seems like we still got a
is
long way to
is it
go.
is Aaron now?
Yeah, it's airing right now.
Okay. I wonder what. Okay, I'm about to check that out.
Uh,
Uh,
it's just like Job is Reincarnation, like to a T apparently.
okay.
I have not seen it, but I'm sure I can find it right now.
I think
Um,
I think the last thing I'll say while you're finding it about solo leveling, I think the reason why this show did so well, I think there's like one factor that we're just not considering. I
what's
think
up?
the show is cool. The show is just cool, and I think it might just be that simple. Like characters cool, animation's cool.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
cool
yeah,
guy. It's
yeah.
just a cool factor. Like it's a cool show to watch.
It,
Like you gonna watch the show. You gonna get your dopamine rush. You are gonna have a good
oh
time.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
cool show. I think.
This, like I said, this show was good, but imagine if it came out during Toonami when like Toonami was airing and we didn't have like streaming services. This show would do numbers. I mean, it is
Yeah.
doing numbers, but it would do even more, in my opinion. So that kind of says something. The show that I was talking about is called The Beginning After the End. Um,
Mm,
and it has a 5.23 on my
I'm
anime
not.
list. So
I'm not watching that.
that will tell you something. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I'm good. I'm good off
Apparently
of
the
that.
manual is way better, but that's just to let you know that we still have a long way to go in order before we start adapting a lot of these shows,
Yeah.
these manuals, I would say. Um, but yeah, all right, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's
I,
solo leveling. I think overall, if I had to give it a score, I'll give it a solid 8. It's straight. I like it. It's cool.
mm, yeah. Yeah. I think it is respectable. Yeah. I give it 8
Yeah,
too.
respectable. So,
Uh,
I think that's about it.
that's
Is
about
there
it.
anything you wanted to say towards the end or no?
I'm saying, man, you see me, I got on the blue do rag. I got on the blue jacket. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I got some new merch. Shout out to
Mm,
Boom Slank. Y'all see the logo? You know what I'm saying? Go cop a jacket. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay.
But yeah.
This ain't a sponsor.
No,
This
it's
ain't a
not a
sponsor,
sponsor.
by the way.
But Boom Slank is I think it's run by like 3 black guys. So
Oh, okay, okay.
I got her support. Got to
Gotta
support.
support them. Gotta support them.
Feel me?
All right,
Uh,
y'all. Well, that's pretty much it. The next time you'll get a video, we'll be reviewing this current season,
yeah.
I think, and maybe we might do some story times about DreamCon and some other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
All right, y'all. Peace. Have a good one.
Peace.